Have you ever thought about what happens when a man chooses you? It's not just a simple decision. It's a moment that can change everything. Imagine this. You're standing at a crossroads, and suddenly a man steps forward, declaring his choice. But what if I told you that this seemingly innocent act is often laden with expectations, pressures, and unspoken truths? The reality is far more complex than it appears on the surface. When a man chooses you, he's not just picking a partner. He's making a powerful statement about his desires, his fears, and even his vision for the future. But here's the shocking truth. Many women don't realize the weight of that choice until it's too late. You might think he's chosen you out of love, but what if it's for reasons that have less to do with romance and more to do with his own insecurities? The moment he picks you, it can feel like a dream come true, but lurking beneath the surface is a reality that can be difficult to navigate. Have you ever felt that overwhelming pressure to fit into a mold, to meet expectations that seem almost impossible to fulfill? Let's be honest, the world doesn't always prepare us for the intricacies of love and choice. Many women find themselves caught in the whirlwind of emotions, trying to decipher what his choice truly means. Is it love or is it possession? Is he choosing you or is he simply seeking validation? The truth is, when a man decides to be with you, he's not just making a personal choice. He's also engaging with a complex web of societal norms and personal desires that can leave you feeling lost. And here's where it gets even more intense. His choice can lead to a series of expectations that you might never have anticipated. The pressure to be the perfect partner, to embody ideals that may not align with your own values, can become overwhelming. Have you ever felt like you're living up to someone else's dream instead of your own? It's a reality many women face, often leading them to question their worth, their identity, and their very essence. But what if I told you that recognizing this dynamic is the first step toward reclaiming your power? Understanding the layers of his choice can help you navigate the emotional landscape of your relationship. It's not just about being picked. It's about understanding what that choice signifies for both of you. Are you ready to confront the truths that lie beneath the surface? Are you prepared to challenge the expectations that come with being chosen? In this video, we'll delve deep into 6 crucial aspects of what it truly means when a man chooses you. Prepare yourself for the astonishing revelations that can transform how you view relationships. By the end, you'll have a clearer understanding of what it means to be chosen and how to navigate the complexities that come with it. So stay tuned, because the reality you're about to uncover may just change everything you thought you knew about love and choice. Liked what you're hearing? Then subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. And tell me in the comments, did you know this story? What caught your attention the most? When I think about the moment a man chooses you, I'm reminded of the intricate dance of emotions that follows. It's like stepping onto a stage, light shining bright, and everyone is watching. Except, in this case, the audience is not just external. It's made up of your own insecurities and fears. The choice he makes can evoke a myriad of feelings, from exhilaration to anxiety. And it's essential to recognize that this moment is often layered with deeper implications. Let's break this down. When he chooses you, he's not merely selecting a companion for his journey. He's making a statement about his own life, his own desires, and yes, his own fears. This choice often reflects a longing for connection, but can also serve as a shield against his vulnerabilities. You see, for many men, choosing a partner isn't just about love. It's about finding someone who can help them navigate their own storms. In this way, your presence can become intertwined with his need for validation, for reassurance that he is indeed worthy of love. Imagine the pressure that comes with that. Suddenly, you're not just being yourself. You're being the embodiment of his dreams, his fantasies, and sometimes his inadequacies. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to lose sight of your true self in these moments? The expectations can be suffocating. You might find yourself contorting into shapes that don't quite fit, all in the name of being the perfect partner. It's as if the moment he chooses you, a silent contract is formed, a contract filled with unspoken rules and assumptions that you never agreed to. Now, let's talk about the implications of this choice. What does it mean, really, when he picks you? For some, it may feel like a fairy tale, a culmination of years of longing and searching. But for others, it can feel like a trap, a gilded cage where the walls are adorned with the expectations of who you should be. You might start to question your worth, constantly measuring yourself against an ideal that is often unrealistic. This questioning can lead to a profound sense of disconnection, both from him and from your own identity. It's important to ask yourself, what happens when you begin to feel like you're living someone else's dream? The answer can be shocking. When you internalize the pressures of his choice, you may find yourself sacrificing your own needs and desires. You might start to prioritize his happiness over your own, believing that your worth is tied to his approval. This dynamic can create an imbalance that is hard to correct, leaving you feeling lost and unfulfilled. But here's the truth. Recognizing this imbalance is your first step towards reclaiming your power. It's crucial to understand that his choice doesn't define you. You are not just a reflection of his desires. You are a multifaceted individual with your own dreams and aspirations. Embracing this reality can be liberating. It allows you to set boundaries and to articulate your own needs within the relationship. It's about finding a balance, a dance where both partners can shine without overshadowing each other. So, how do you confront these expectations? How do you navigate the emotional landscape that comes with being chosen? Start by having open conversations about what the choice means to both of you. Discuss your fears, your dreams, and your expectations. Communication can be a powerful tool for breaking down the walls that often surround relationships, allowing for a deeper understanding of each other's motivations. As we explore this topic further, remember that being chosen is not just about acceptance. It's about mutual respect and understanding. It's about recognizing that both partners bring their own set of experiences, desires, and fears to the table. So, as we continue this journey, I invite you to reflect on your own experiences. Are you ready to challenge the norms? Are you prepared to embrace the complexities of choice and love? The reality you uncover might just redefine how you view your own relationships, paving the way for a healthier, more fulfilling connection. As we delve deeper into this intricate dance of choice and validation, let's confront the uncomfortable reality that often lies beneath the surface. When a man chooses you, he may be seeking solace, a refuge from the chaos of his own life. But what happens when that refuge starts to feel like a burden? The weight of his expectations can become a double-edged sword. While you may feel flattered and cherished, it's crucial to recognize when that admiration begins to morph into a demand for perfection. Imagine for a moment what it feels like to carry that weight. You might find yourself waking up each day with a sense of dread, the pressure to meet his needs overshadowing your own. It's a precarious balance, and often you might not even realize it until you're knee-deep in the emotional quagmire. The excitement that once filled your heart transforms into anxiety, and what was once a joyful connection can quickly turn into a suffocating obligation. The truth is, when he chooses you, he is also choosing a version of you that fits his narrative. This can lead to a distorted sense of self, where you feel compelled to mold yourself into the person he envisions, a partner who embodies his dreams. But let's pause and reflect on the implications of that. What does it mean to be a partner who is constantly reshaping herself, often at the expense of her own identity? The answer is uncomfortable yet necessary to confront. In this dynamic, you might find yourself losing touch with your own desires and passions. You may have once thrived on spontaneity and adventure, yet now you're hesitant to voice your opinions or pursue your interests. The fear of disappointing him or straying from the ideal he cherishes can become paralyzing.
In these moments, it's essential to remind yourself that you are not a mere accessory to his life. You are a co-creator of a shared journey. Let's take a step back and assess the power of self-awareness in navigating this complex landscape. Recognizing the signs of emotional imbalance is critical. Are you feeling drained after interactions that used to invigorate you? Do you find yourself second-guessing your needs for the sake of harmony? These are vital questions that can lead to deeper insights about your relationship. It's in this introspection that you can begin to reclaim your voice. Once you've identified these patterns, it's time to take action. Engaging in open and honest dialogues with your partner can be transformative. Share your feelings and fears and encourage him to do the same. This isn't just about airing grievances. It's about fostering a deeper understanding of each other's emotional landscapes. It's an invitation to unearth the layers of vulnerability that each of you carries, creating a safe space for both to express your authentic selves. You might be surprised by the response. Many men, when faced with the reality of their own expectations, may not even realize the pressure they've inadvertently placed on their partners. This revelation can open the door to empathy, allowing both of you to navigate the relationship with greater awareness and compassion. Understanding that his choice is not a demand for perfection, but an invitation for partnership can shift the dynamic significantly. As we continue this journey, let's not shy away from the uncomfortable truths. When a man chooses you, the choice is often embedded in his own struggles and desires. But remember, that doesn't diminish your worth or autonomy. Embrace the complexity of being chosen and challenge the narrative that suggests you must conform to his vision. Instead, create a new narrative, one where both of you stand as equals, celebrating each other's individuality while building a shared life that honors both of your dreams. Navigating this emotional landscape may be challenging, but it's also an opportunity for growth. By embracing your own needs and desires, you not only empower yourself, but also enhance the relationship. So take a moment to reflect. What do you truly want? What dreams have you put on hold in the name of love? The answers may just be the key to redefining the connection you share, leading both of you towards a more authentic and fulfilling partnership. As I reflect on this journey, I realize that embracing my desires is not merely an act of rebellion. It is a necessary reclamation of my identity. The moment I started to peel back the layers of expectation, I felt a glimmer of hope. It was as if I had finally found the key to unlock a door that had been closed for far too long. I began to envision a relationship where I could express my true self without the fear of judgment or the need to fit into a preconceived mold. I remember the day I sat down with him, my heart pounding, unsure of how he would react. The thought of confronting him about my feelings was daunting. Yet I knew that I couldn't continue to suppress my voice. As we shared a quiet moment on the couch, I took a deep breath and began to speak. I shared my fears, my dreams, and the suffocating weight of his expectations that had begun to stifle me. I spoke about the vibrant woman I used to be, the one who danced in the rain and pursued passions without hesitation. At first, there was silence. I could see the gears turning in his mind, processing the words I had just laid bare. But then something remarkable happened. His expression softened, and I noticed a flicker of understanding in his eyes. He hadn't realized the extent of the pressure he had placed on me. He had been so focused on his own narrative that he hadn't considered the toll it was taking on our relationship. It was a moment of vulnerability, a raw connection that opened the floodgates of empathy between us. As we continued to talk, the conversation flowed more freely. He confessed his own insecurities, the fears that drove his desire for a perfect partner. We both learned that our struggles were intertwined, that addressing one required acknowledging the other. It was a revelation that shifted the very foundation of our relationship. Rather than a battle of wills, we became partners in discovery, navigating the complexities of our emotions together. In the weeks that followed, I made it a point to explore my passions again. I rediscovered my love for painting, something I had put aside in favor of more practical pursuits. Every brushstroke on the canvas felt liberating, a celebration of my individuality. I invited him to join me in this exploration, to witness the colors of my spirit come alive again. At first, he hesitated, unsure of how to engage in this part of my world. But as he watched me transform, he couldn't help but be drawn in. Slowly, he picked up a brush and began to create alongside me. And in those moments, we forged a new connection, a shared space where both of our identities could flourish. It was in these creative sessions that I saw a new side of him emerge, one that was less about expectation and more about collaboration. He began to share his own dreams, the ones he had tucked away in the shadow of his ambitions. We discovered a mutual love for music, and before long, our evenings were filled with laughter as we experimented with melodies and lyrics. It was a beautiful reminder that love does not have to be a solitary pursuit. It can be a harmonious duet. As we continued to grow individually and as a couple, I started to understand the depth of his choice. It wasn't about possessing me or molding me into his ideal, but rather about embarking on a journey together, one that would require both of us to show up authentically. I realized that when a man chooses you, he is also choosing to walk alongside you in your evolution, to support you as you unfold into the person you are meant to be. Yet I also knew the importance of setting boundaries. I learned to voice my needs clearly, ensuring that I was not just accommodating him at the expense of my own well-being. It was a delicate dance, but with each step I became more attuned to my own rhythm. I recognized that when I asserted my desires, it did not push him away. Instead, it drew us closer, fostering a relationship built on mutual respect and understanding. In this new chapter, I began to see our love as a partnership rather than a series of demands and expectations. We were two individuals choosing to share our lives, each bringing our unique gifts to the table. And as I embraced this reality, I felt a profound sense of liberation. I was no longer just the woman he chose, I was a woman who chose herself, and in turn, chose him. Together, we could navigate the complexities of love, forging a path that honored both our dreams and aspirations. As we move forward, I hold on to the understanding that love is a journey of discovery, not just of each other, but also of ourselves. The shocking reality is that when a man chooses you, it can either be a stepping stone to growth or a cage of expectations. I chose growth, and I invite you to do the same. Embrace the complexity of your journey and remember that you are deserving of a love that celebrates your individuality while harmonizing with another. As time went on, the fabric of our relationship began to weave itself into something intricate yet beautiful. There were days when we stumbled, when our insecurities threatened to resurface, but those moments became opportunities for deeper connection. We learned to navigate the rough waters together, each misstep not a sign of failure, but a chance to reaffirm our commitment to growth. One evening, as we sat side by side on the couch, the remnants of our creative endeavors scattered around us, he turned to me with an earnest expression. "You know," he said, "I've been reflecting on what it means to choose someone. It's not just about the good times, it's about being there through the storms, too." His honesty struck a chord within me, a reminder that love requires resilience and vulnerability. I nodded, feeling the warmth of his words settle into my heart. Exactly. It's about showing up, even when it's hard. It's about choosing to understand each other, even when we don't see eye to eye. I could see a flicker of recognition in his eyes, as if he was finally grasping the depth of what it meant to be a partner. Our conversations evolved, becoming deeper and more nuanced. We began to share not only our dreams, but also our fears, those silent monsters that lurked in the corners of our minds. I confided in him about the fear of losing my identity in the relationship, of being swallowed whole by someone else's expectations. He listened intently, nodding with understanding, and then opened up about his own struggles with vulnerability.
It was a cathartic exchange, one that solidified our bond and reinforced the notion that we were in this together. With every passing day, I felt like I was shedding layers of doubt and insecurity. I was becoming more comfortable in my own skin, unafraid to voice my thoughts and desires. He, too, was transforming. The man who once seemed so rigid in his expectations began to embrace a more fluid approach to love, one that left room for spontaneity and growth. We started to explore new activities together, hiking, cooking classes, even dance lessons. Each experience was a reminder that our love was alive, constantly evolving. Yet, even amid this growth, I encountered moments of uncertainty. There were days when I questioned whether I was doing enough, whether I was enough. I voiced these concerns to him one night, my voice trembling slightly with vulnerability. "Sometimes I feel like I'm not living up to what you deserve," I admitted, my heart pounding in my chest. He took a deep breath and reached for my hand, his grip firm and reassuring. "You are more than enough. It's not about meeting a checklist or fitting a mold. It's about being true to who you are, and that's what I love about you." His words enveloped me like a warm blanket, soothing the doubts that threatened to creep back in. As our relationship deepened, I began to understand the true essence of choice. It wasn't solely about the action of choosing, but also about the commitment to nurture that choice every single day. I realized that love is not a static entity. It requires continuous effort, attention, and care. When a man chooses you, he is not merely selecting a partner for the present moment. He is making a promise to invest in the future you can build together. This realization became a guiding principle for me, one that I carried into every interaction, every moment of intimacy. I learned to appreciate the small gestures, the way he would make me coffee in the mornings, or how he would listen intently when I spoke about my day. Those little acts of love became the foundation of our relationship, reminding me that love doesn't always have to be grand. It can be found in the quiet moments, in the everyday choices we make. As I stood before my canvas one afternoon, brush in hand, I felt a surge of inspiration. This was my moment to express not just my thoughts, but my journey. I painted a vibrant mural that reflected our evolution, a blend of colors representing both our individualities and the harmony we had cultivated together.
It was a celebration of our love, a testament to the power of choice and the beauty of vulnerability. When I unveiled the painting to him, I watched his eyes widen in awe. "This is incredible," he said, stepping closer to examine the intricacies of the work. "You've captured everything we've been through." I felt a swell of pride, knowing that this creation was not just mine, but a reflection of our shared journey. In that moment, I understood that when a man truly chooses you, it is not about possession, but about partnership. It is about standing together in the light and the shadows, embracing each other's flaws and celebrating each other's strengths. The shocking reality is that love, when nurtured with intention, becomes a powerful force for growth, a catalyst that empowers both people to shine brighter together than apart. And as I looked at my painting, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the path we had forged. After all, love is not just about the choice itself, it's about the commitment to making that choice meaningful As the days turned into weeks, I found myself immersed in a newfound sense of purpose. Each morning, I woke up with a sense of excitement, eager to explore the depths of our connection. The mural I had painted became a symbol of our journey, a reminder that we were crafting a narrative uniquely our own. In the evenings, we would sit together, sipping tea and sharing stories from our pasts, weaving the threads of our histories into the fabric of our present. One chilly evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow across the room, he turned to me with a contemplative expression. "You know," he began slowly, "I've been thinking about how much we've changed since we met. It's like we're growing together, but also individually." His eyes sparkled with sincerity, and I felt a warmth spread through my chest. I nodded, feeling the weight of his words resonate within me. I've definitely felt that too. It's like we're both evolving, but still holding space for each other's growth. The conversation flowed effortlessly, a dance of thoughts and emotions as we explored the intricacies of our relationship. But with growth comes vulnerability, and I knew that not all moments would be easy. There were still shadows lurking in the corners of our minds, insecurities and fears that threatened to seep into the cracks of our connection. One night, as we lay in bed, I sensed a tension in the air. I turned to him, my heart racing. "Is everything okay?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. He hesitated, his brow furrowing as he searched for the right words. "I've been thinking about the future," he admitted, his tone heavy with contemplation. "About what it means for us, and if we're on the same page." My stomach twisted at his words, a mix of excitement and anxiety flooding my senses. "What do you mean?" I pressed, my heart pounding in my chest. "I want to be honest."
I care about you deeply, but I also don't want to rush things. I think we need to be clear about our expectations and what we want moving forward. His honesty was refreshing, yet it sent a shiver of fear through me. I had never been one to shy away from difficult conversations, but the thought of potential change in our relationship felt daunting. "Of course," I replied, my voice steady despite the storm of emotions inside. "I appreciate you bringing this up. It's important for us to be on the same page." We spent hours talking, dissecting our hopes and dreams, our desires and fears. Each word exchanged was a step toward clarity, a commitment to nurture our love even amid uncertainty. As the night wore on, I felt a sense of relief wash over me. We had navigated the conversation with grace and respect, and I realized that this was another aspect of what it meant to be chosen, to be willing to face the uncomfortable realities together. It was a testament to the strength of our bond, a reminder that love is not just about celebrating the highs, but also about confronting the lows with courage and honesty. Days turned into weeks again, and the season began to change. The leaves outside our window transformed into a tapestry of reds and oranges, mirroring the vibrant energy of our relationship. I often found myself reflecting on the journey we had embarked on together, the laughter, the tears, the moments of silence that spoke volumes. Each experience had woven us closer, yet I knew there would be more challenges ahead. One rainy afternoon, we decided to stay in, cozying up on the couch with blankets and snacks. The sound of raindrops tapping against the window created a soothing backdrop as we settled into our familiar routine. He turned to me, a playful glint in his eye. "Let's play a game," he suggested, his tone mischievous. "What kind of game?" I asked, intrigued. "Let's each share 3 things we love about each other and 1 thing we think we could improve on," he proposed, a challenge hanging in the air. I couldn't help but grin at his creativity. "Okay, I'm in," I replied, excited to dive deeper into this playful yet meaningful exchange. As we took turns sharing our thoughts, I felt a sense of appreciation swell within me. Each compliment was a reminder of the unique qualities that drew us together, while each constructive suggestion opened the door for growth. I could see the sincerity in his eyes as he spoke, and I felt grateful for the opportunity to connect on such a profound level. At the end of the game, we both sat in contemplative silence, the weight of our words hanging softly in the air. I realized that this was another layer of being chosen, not just to love and support each other, but to hold space for growth and improvement. It was a continuous journey, one that required both of us to be vulnerable and honest about our needs. As the rain continued to fall outside, I leaned against him, feeling the warmth radiating between us. In that moment, I knew that when a man chooses you, he doesn't just choose the good moments. He chooses the challenges, the uncertainties, and the moments of raw honesty that shape the foundation of our love. As I nestled deeper into his embrace, I felt a profound sense of gratitude wash over me. Each experience we shared was a testament to the strength of our commitment, an affirmation that we were building something lasting and meaningful together. Weeks turned into months, and with every passing day, I found myself more secure in the knowledge that we were navigating the complexities of life side by side. We celebrated milestones, from small victories like mastering a new recipe together to significant achievements in our careers. Each triumph reinforced our bond, reminding us that we were a team ready to face whatever life threw our way. However, it wasn't just the joyful moments that defined our relationship. There were times when life tested us, pushing our limits and forcing us to confront the shadows that lingered beneath the surface. One evening, we faced a particularly challenging situation, a misunderstanding that spiraled into an argument, leaving us both feeling hurt and misunderstood. In the heat of the moment, I struggled to find the right words, and frustration clouded my judgment. But as the dust settled, I realized that this was another crucial aspect of being chosen: the willingness to engage in difficult conversations, to confront the issues head-on, and to emerge stronger on the other side. After some time apart, I approached him, my heart racing with vulnerability. "Can we talk?" I asked, my voice tinged with uncertainty. He nodded, his expression softening. We sat down, and I took a deep breath, gathering the courage to express my feelings. "I'm sorry for how I reacted. I know we both care about each other, and I want to understand your perspective," I said, my sincerity evident. He listened intently, and I could see the walls slowly coming down. Together, we unraveled the layers of our disagreement, acknowledging our mistakes and embracing the opportunity for growth. In that moment, I understood that the choice to love someone meant being willing to navigate the storms, to weather the chaos, and to emerge with a deeper understanding of one another. As we continued to explore the depths of our relationship, I realized that being chosen was not a single event, but an ongoing journey, one that required continuous effort and dedication. We learned to celebrate each other's successes, to support each other through challenges, and to cherish the quiet moments that often held the most meaning. One crisp autumn day, we decided to take a hike in the nearby woods, the vibrant foliage surrounding us a reminder of the beauty of change. As we walked hand in hand, I reflected on how far we had come. The laughter we shared echoed through the trees, and I felt a sense of peace envelop me. I turned to him, my heart full, and said, "I'm so grateful for you." He smiled, his eyes sparkling with warmth. "I feel the same way. I choose you every day," he replied, his sincerity grounding me in that moment. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the landscape, I understood that being chosen meant embracing every aspect of our journey together. It was about celebrating the highs, navigating the lows, and finding joy in the everyday moments that wove the fabric of our love. When a man truly chooses you, he chooses the entirety of you: the laughter, the tears, the triumphs, and the trials. He chooses to stand by your side, to face life's challenges together, and to nurture a connection that grows deeper with every passing day. And in that choice lies a profound beauty, a testament to the power of love, commitment, and the shared journey that binds two souls together. As we made our way back home, hand in hand, I realized that the journey was far from over. There were still many chapters to write, and I felt an exhilarating sense of anticipation for what lay ahead. Together, we would continue to explore the depths of our hearts, to embrace the challenges, and to celebrate the love that had chosen us both.